You know, I've seen a trend lately of doing videos in vehicles. And people will give the comment of, I'm getting ready to go XYZ or go here or go there, and I'm going to present this great thing for you, and I'm so excited about it. On the move, right? Well, I tell you, I have some of the best inspiration when I am actually on the move. And I don't have my nice microphone. I don't have the best setup here, but I want to create the content, and so I'm putting it out there, and I know it's not the highest quality, so I beg your forgiveness. But I am running to my supplier or my fulfillment center with product to just try and keep up with the sales that are happening on my Craft Easy Tools website. And I got in the car. You know what? Let's back up a little bit. I have had a horrendous week. I don't even remember the weekend, but let's start with Monday. I had a packed day just trying to redesign some products to improve performance. Doing some, that was my exit. Doggone it. I tell you, it's just overwhelmed. I have so many ideas, so many opportunities. My biggest struggle is linear time and being able to accomplish something. And I don't know if driving these back roads will be better than the freeway or not for sound here, but that's what I'm going to do to get back to where I need to go. I heard an interview the other day where Joe Dispenza was talking, and Steven from Diary of a CEO, one of my favorite podcasts to watch on YouTube, he asked Joe, do you have bad days? And he said, I don't know about bad days. And as the conversation continued, he asked him, well, what do you feel? What are the tough things that you feel? And he said, he thought about it a bit and he labeled it as overwhelm. And he stated that because he has so much going on with all of his businesses and limited by time in this linear time that we're in. I think that's how I feel a lot of times. I have so many opportunities, so many possibilities, but so this brings me, back to Monday. So Monday, what did I do? I got up, I took my cold shower. The cold shower this morning, I'm telling you, I'll tell you about it a little later here when if I get in, in the timeline. But wow, it's so helpful for me. It's my form, one of my forms of meditation. It wakes me up, it invigorates me. I've been doing a cold shower daily for over 2 years now, and it has been incredible. So it's something that for me, I don't like to skip. In fact, warm showers don't feel comfortable to me anymore. Even after work, I turn the water on after I get in the shower. I jump in, I take the cold. Sometimes I warm it up a little bit, but even when I warm it up, I have to end on cold. My body craves that that feeling. I don't know how else to explain it. It's something that my body now craves, and it helps me in so many ways. So I just want to kind of put that out there and explain that a little bit. So Monday, let's get back to it, right? Squirrel. I spent a lot of time Monday working on redesigning a product that I have. And it was a struggle because my computer kept shutting down. Couldn't handle running at all. I mean, it's not even about the software that I'm running. There were times when all I was doing was, well, there was one time where nothing was running, and it just decided to quit. Blue screen of death, start over. I absolutely detest Windows computers. Can't stand them. I've never had that problem with Linux or Mac OS. Never. They don't shut down. They work. They're stable. But Fusion 360 will no longer work on Linux. And the Mac computers I have aren't strong enough to run it. And so I had to buy a Windows computer and didn't want to spend $1,000 or more on a Windows computer. So I found the best I could for a few $100, and unfortunately it's the second Windows computer that I have been working with that just does not want to work. It just shuts down. So crash after crash after crash. I finally was able to get the tool redesigned and printed a couple prototypes and tested them, and they work much better than the other parts that I had been working with. And so that was nice, but that was my Monday, and that was the majority of the day, and I don't even remember what else I did, but getting a few other things together on Monday. And Tuesday, I got up early and went to work, leaving work at leaving home for work at 7:15, and went to work. Had my weekly meeting, and then went out to my jobs, and I didn't get home that night, Tuesday night, until after 9. And it's physical work. I was I felt beat. I felt wasted. I wore myself out with a 12, 13-hour day of work. And it's grueling. And I usually schedule my work days every other day, so I'm not back to back with these intense physical days. And so Tuesday night, I'm finishing up and coming home, and I did some deep breathing and just brought in some energy through breathing and semi-meditation while I'm driving home, to the point that when I got home, I was reinvigorated after that. Ate some dinner late at night, took a cold shower, and went to bed. Didn't get to bed until after 10, and then woke up yesterday to do it all over again. And to put it in perspective, on Tuesday I had over 14,000 steps with the day I had there. Yesterday, I clocked nearly 19,000 steps with the work that I did yesterday. And I tell you, by 4 o'clock yesterday, I was feeling just worn out. I was feeling beat. I felt nauseous, honestly, at a point, and had to just take a break, stop working for a while. And this was an apartment complex where it's just one after another. It's not clean a house, get in the truck, drive half an hour. No, it's, if you want to break, you got to physically stop and break, because otherwise it's just go, go, go all day long. 10 hours. And so I did take those breaks. I had to take a break here and there multiple times to eat, to stop and rest, drink a little bit. And then same thing, breathe. At the end of the day, as I was heading home, and got home, I don't know, after 8 p.m., I think, last night. And I took my cold shower, ate some dinner, and I was telling myself for the latter half of that day, I'm so grateful to have my 22-year-old body, and also using the method I've recently heard about, the Silva method. Why is my body working like a 22-year-old body? And I had energy at the end of the night to pamper my wife a little bit, massage her feet, and help her feel better, even though I had worked a grueling 19,000 feet or 19,000 steps day myself. Those days when I do that kind of work, it is absolutely intense. It is so hard to do that kind of work constantly all day long. My hand has to hold a trigger for the machine that I'm cleaning with, and so it's cleansed the majority of the day, not to mention carrying things up and down stairs. It's a 3-level apartment complex, and we're doing, multiple of them. Anyway, it was a lot of work, and those steps weren't just walking steps. They were up and down stairs a lot of the day. It was grueling. It was hard work. And there were many times when I just thought, you know what, I'm done. But I stayed till the end, and I cleaned the last hallway. It's a team effort. Everybody's burnout. And yeah, most of the team's half my age, but everybody's working hard. So I got done with that, went home, tried to kind of relax a little bit, took some magnesium, took a lot of magnesium yesterday, because on days like this, my legs cramp. I'll get home and I'll get in bed and I'll go to sleep, and then an hour or two later, I'm waking up with cramping legs. Well, I tried to kind of settle down and relax and wait for those cramps to happen before I went to bed so I could work through it. And sure enough, just before I was ready to go to sleep, my left leg cramped up, and I got some calcium and some more magnesium, and sprayed some magnesium oil on it, and worked through it until that was over, and then went to sleep exhausted. And this morning I woke up, and this was really interesting. This is, I think, part of what I wanted to express, and the reason for this video. I woke up earlier than normal. My body, I have this belief that my body requires 10 to 12 hours of sleep. And if I don't get that, at least 8 hours, I get worn out easy, and I'll get tension, and I have a hard time functioning. Well, I must have woke up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, wide awake, dark out, and I realized, no. I told myself, and this was so interesting, because usually it's the body telling the mind, it's that addiction that you have to happen. And I feel like this swapped with all of the positive input that I've been putting in lately, trying to change myself. This is the second time in the last week that my body woke up early and I felt refreshed to a certain degree. I felt awake. But I told myself, no, you can't get up this early. And I laid in bed and just kind of meditated and put myself back to sleep. And was kind of in that in-between state and paying attention to my dreams and whatever was happening there. Until I woke up again and again felt, okay, it's light out. I can wake up now. And, you know, by this time it's probably 7 a.m. And got out of bed and oh my gosh, my whole body just hurt. Like everything was sore. Everything aches. My hand felt crampy. I was sore after a day like that. And I got up, made the bed, got to, prepared to start getting ready, was heading into the shower to take my cold shower, and still just the whole body aching and just dragging, even though I felt awake in my mind, and talked to my wife a little bit, and we discussed some things for a while, and I had some conversation there. And then finally got into the shower and turned that cold water on. Wow. Just invigorating. I felt so good to have that cold water on me. And it's as cold as I can get it. It's probably 54 degrees. You know, it's not intensely cold, but it's refreshing. I got out of that shower. My body was not tense. It wasn't tight. It didn't hurt. I wasn't sore. I feel emotional just thinking about it right now again. I wasn't sore anymore. I don't feel sore now. I was invigorated. It was wonderful. It was such a drastic change, and I noticed it immediately, and that was incredible for me. No tightness at all, right? And then I did my shower. I went downstairs and gathered some product that I've got here in the back seat to bring into my fulfillment center. Started my 3D printer on the next batch of product to have more ready so that I can make more later today when I get home, to prepare those to be able to be brought in hopefully tomorrow. And then I ate some breakfast and got in the car. It's 11:30 now. I've arrived here. I usually don't eat until 10 to 12. It was after 10 today. And I headed in to deliver these products. And I'm listening to a podcast about ideas and insights and information about selling online and improving your online platform and presence. And ideas are coming, and I'm like, oh, I've got to make some notes, and I've got to make some voice notes because I'm driving, right? Because I'm getting inspired. I'm receiving these ideas. And then it wasn't long, and I feel this tightness in my back where I hold my stress. And this is what creates the migraines that I have sometimes experienced in the past. It starts back here, tightens up into the back of through my neck and back of my head and inside of my head. And that's what I felt happening. That's what was coming on. And so I paused and I stopped and I thought, okay, let's observe this, what's going on. And I decided to become the observer. And I feel it right now, trying to lock up, trying to be tight, right? And I'm breathing through that, and I'm conscious of it. And I said to myself, okay, and this is when I wanted to start this video. Why? I started talking to myself. What's happening? What's the stress? What are you feeling, right? And of course, it's lack. What is the lack? What is the lack that I'm feeling? It's overwhelm. Okay, why am I overwhelmed? Because of lack of time. I'm overwhelmed because I have dozens, at least, of ideas of how to make money. And I deserve to make money. And we could use some more money right now. But I feel this lack of time to implement it. Because here I am spending an hour, maybe more, with this drive in, discussing some concerns and questions here and figuring things out to drop off the product and get all that discussion done. And then drive back and then jump into the rest of my list for today. And I do have a list, and it's not terribly overwhelming, and I'll get it done. But there are a lot of other things in the back of my mind that I'd like to have on my list that I know I'm just not going to have time for today. And then I have a weekend where I'm going to my nephew's wedding. And so my weekend's shot, shall we say, my weekend's used for that time. And I'll probably do a little bit of relaxing. So why am I sharing this? I have a business that has been successful and is growing and improving in success right now, and several others that are smaller successes that I'm constantly working with. And I have this mind that just wants to solve and find solutions, and everything's a potential. And there's so many ideas that are coming to me that it becomes overwhelming, because time is something that I have to work through. And so I just have to schedule it and I have to plan it. But if I let my lack feelings, if I let that overwhelm take over and become the predominant emotion that controls my body, then my body's going to tighten up, and pretty soon I'm not doing anything. I'm flat on the floor, the couch for 2 or 3 days sometimes, because of the migraine pain so intense that I can't even think. And so it's nice to catch that in the beginning. It's vital to catch that in the beginning. Recognize when you're starting to feel the overwhelm, when you're starting to feel the anxiety, when you're starting to feel the lack, the fear, whatever it is. Identify it, name it, and then meditate through it, breathe through it, do whatever you need to come back down, get out of fight or flight, focus, and then just do what you can do. So sometimes that's what we do. And if you want to be successful, with success being fulfillment, being happiness, being feeling complete, right? Feeling that freedom, you've got to get there first. So learn to master your emotions first. Because if you can do that on these tough days, I don't feel the tension now. I don't feel the tightness. That migraine that wanted to come isn't there. I can control that with my brain and my mind. The mind is outside of the head. I think that's important to understand. This is not the mind, right? But the brain that is in here creates emotions. And your mind can control that. Your mind can tell the brain what to do. So I've told my brain, relax, be calm, you can get things done. So I hope this is helpful for somebody. Again, I apologize for the sound not being really professional, but with everything I've got going on, I'm going to get them out there as I'm able. Thanks for watching. If it's helpful, subscribe, give me a like, share it. I'm hoping to present. I am going to be presenting more. I'm going to be giving you more details. I would love to teach people how to make money online, how to sell, how to get started, and just how to improve, how to bring control back into your life, how to control your own mind. So like and subscribe, share. Thank you for watching.